Hello everyone, this is Josh from Risk and Wrenches. Today we're going to be working on the old 2000 F-150 again. Now, I know last time you guys saw this, I did say we're probably not going to be seeing it much on the channel anymore. It's going to just be my winter beater. I don't plan on, ripping apart an axle or a transmission or something in the middle of winter. That wouldn't really be fun. The only time I'd really do that is if the thing blew an axle or blew a motor or something and I needed it, to get to work the next day. But surprisingly, thanks to you guys, I've got a few sponsor opportunities on the channel. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. I didn't sell out. I promise you I will walk you through all the communication I had with these guys before any product is shown on this channel. Back to it, I had a couple companies reach out to me and say, hey, one of them was named AUXITO, one of them was named AUTOONE. They said, hey, we make LED headlights for cars and we're looking for smaller YouTube creators to do a couple reviews on our product. Now, originally I thought this is too good to be true. Like I said, I'm a small channel. Nobody's gonna be reaching out to me. But surprisingly, you guys have been killing it with the views here recently. But the video with this F-150 where we bought this old $1,000 F-150, the first video I made on it, last time I looked at it, it was like 9.5 thousand views or something like that, which is absolutely crazy. I love each and every one of you. You guys are killing it. And that's probably what brought these guys to the channel. They said, hey, we're looking for smaller YouTube creators to do reviews on our products. Be open and honest about it. Originally thought, this is just junk, this is a scam thing. They're just trying to, get a good review for free by sending somebody, a $20 Amazon order. I said, you know what? I'll bite. I sent them an email saying, look, if we're really going to be doing this, again, I will show you guys the emails in a second here whenever we go inside before any of these sponsored products are brought up on the channel. I said, hey, look, if we are going to do this on this channel, I want to be open and honest with everybody about it. I want to tell these guys what they're getting. I want to tell these guys our emails. I want to tell these guys open and honestly if this stuff is crap, if it's good, if it's mediocre, if it's just okay. I want to be honest about it. And I thought they'd be like, just sailing off into the sunset again, just trying to buy, a cheap review with a $20 product. But they said, actually, that's exactly what we're looking for. We know as a company, we're not perfect and, we have places to improve. So we want people like you to tell us where we can improve, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything about it. If the box is good, tell us the box is good. If the box fell apart when it got to you, we'll work on upgrading the box. I said, that's perfect. That's exactly what I want to see. I am completely fine if you guys want to come on the channel, but again, there's going to be some stipulations, which again, I will tell you guys in a second whenever I get inside. All right, now that we got the little intro out of the way and me telling you guys that this is going to be a sponsored video, we're going to go inside. I'm going to talk to you guys more about these companies that got in contact with me to do some videos. Now, I also lined out a few things here, which I will show once I get done talking here. I'll show the email chains, everything like that, the agreement they agreed upon to be on this channel, and everything like that. I want to be completely open and honest with you guys about everything that happens on this channel. But I did specifically say, look, if these things are crap, if they show up broken, if they don't work, if they die after a week, I'm going to reserve the right to say that in every way, shape, and form. I'm not going to be that guy that sells out for $20, $30 Amazon headlights, does a good review, and then all of a sudden my channel is only reviewing cheap Chinese crap products that nobody really wants, but I got paid $20 to say it. So, oh, look at this, now we're going to be a sponsored channel. That's just not what's going to happen here. Now, these guys did not send me a single dime, nothing at all in the money-wise, but they sent me a couple sets of headlights. Now, one of these guys is by a company called AUTOONE, and AUXITO is too. Alrighty, we're just going to quickly scroll through the email chains and everything like that. You guys will be seeing screenshots and not an exact recording of my screen. I have to censor out their email and my email just because it's the internet, and I'm sure people are going to go harass these people for no apparent reason other than they saw the email on the internet. So just because the people are dumb, I'm going to have to use screenshots. But the email chains were actually pretty darn similar. Both of them kind of emailed me. I originally got a comment on one of my videos saying, hey, we're from this company. Hey, we're from this company. We're looking to sponsor smaller YouTubers. We do LED headlights. Would you be interested? That I then said, yeah, sure. I will update my email, or I will update my channel description showing, my email, and you guys can contact me there. Basically, as you can see here from AUTOONE, they basically said, hey, this is Nancy. We're looking to do a review, yada, yada, yada. And then also the AUXITO people reached out sort of the same way, except for this person is called Vivian. They said, hello, I'm a rep from here. We make LED headlights, all that stuff. Same sort of thing, just, reaching out for a sponsorship opportunity. Basically, I gave the same email for both of them because they did reach out to me pretty darn similar time-wise. It just said, hello, sorry for their late reply. I am interested. I'll send info Friday night / Saturday morning, and we can see what we can work out. I look forward to working with you. Thanks for reaching out. That is both on AUXITO and AUTOONE. They both, as you can see here, for AUTOONE, Nancy said thank you. And over here for AUXITO, Vivian said, no problem, look forward to hearing from you and carrying out something together. Now, I sent them both out the same email, basically listing what kind of vehicles I have, engine, transmissions, everything like that, just, telling them what I got so that we can look for the parts that would work. Both of them, like I said, I sent the same email, and both of them reached out and said, hey, we'd like to do an LED headlight upgrade for your 2000 Ford F-150. Now, I gave them both the email saying that, hey, I would be interested, however, if it's going to happen, there's going to be some stipulations with the channel, and both of them said, hey, that's pretty good. I just basically said, I'm not going to sign a contract saying it's going to be good. You guys are welcome to pause this here, or I will put up in the top corner here a link to my other video talking about sponsorships in more detail. But I basically said, hey, if it's crap, I want to be able to say it's crap. If it's good, I want to be able to say it's good. I want a representative that's assigned to me. I want a kickback for my viewers. If they want to order something, I want to give them a discount. And both of them said, yeah, that'd be cool. We'd also give you a commission. If people order through your link, you get 10%. All your viewers get a 15% discount if they go, purchase their stuff through your link. Now, I will say straight off the bat, these did come from the same warehouse. They are shipped from the same address up there. Obviously, you guys can't see my address. But up there, these guys did come from the same warehouse. So again, I do believe it's the same company. The email chain was pretty darn similar both wise. They both didn't really put up a fight when I laid out the requirements. They just said, hey, that's cool. We just want to, we just want to open an honest review. Now I'm going to open these up. I don't really know which one's which yet. Obviously, they're both in plastic wrapping and they both came from the same address, so I wasn't able to tell which one's which. But I will say straight off the bat, I would have liked to see a little bit better packaging. I mean, I know these things are in a box from the factory. Obviously, their headlights are not just going to be dangling around in an open bag, so this box will protect them. But I would have liked to see these guys in a box, not a bag. As you can tell here, it's got a little bit of, on this you can see it's got a little bit of rubbing damage. I mean, UPS normally isn't horrible in my experience about shipping things, but sometimes you get a really bad person in there that plays, soccer with your packages. Insert the Ace Ventura clip from Jim Carrey of him kicking the ball like it's a soccer ball. I don't even know if half you guys will get that reference. I love those movies as a kid. But these things did arrive actually in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of, rubbing damage, like I said, that on the bag. But other than that, they are in pretty fine shape. So we're going to open them up now. Alrighty, we're going to get into this one here. Again, I don't know which one's which, but we're just going to run it and see what happens. Alrighty, looks like, I believe this is the AUTOONE, yep. This is the AUTOONE headlight here. As you can see, they're a little bit smaller of a package than the other one. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing yet, but we'll see here. I'm going to set that guy right there. We're not going to open up this other one. Alrighty, and you can see here the AUXITO is in a higher quality box. This guy right here, you can see it just kind of slides out. It's got a little cover on it. You can see that middle box just kind of pushes out whenever I take this plastic off. This one, it's actually a two-faced box. You can see it's got a little finger there, so it'll open up like that. Now, looking at them here, I can definitely tell which one is which and which one is the cheaper one. Now, I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me right now, but I do believe this one's right around $69.99. This one is right around $89.99. Could be $67. It's right around that ballpark number. I'll flash some numbers up here. But I will say, right off the bat, you can tell which one has the better box. The AUTOONE, which is the cheaper one, has this little push-out box. You can see just kind of, this right here is just an outer shell. You just kind of push it out and it slides out whenever I get the plastic off of it. This one, it feels like a heavier-duty box to begin with. You can see it right here. It's opens up like this instead of sliding out. Ooh, got a little bit of an indigestion there. But we're going to open these guys up. You never know. They might, perform really the same, and it might not be worth $20 to you to just have a better box. So we're going to open them up now. Got my old hepatitis Rambo knife that I'm pretty sure, I think my dad said it was my grandpa's years and years ago. I think he said he found it in an old house he was fixing up, and he has no idea how old it is, but it's served its purpose quite well. I do need to clean this thing up, but it's been around the block a few times. Well, look at that. I've got the 9007/HB5 model. I don't know if that's good or bad. Alrighty, well, looking into the AUXITO, like I said, this box does feel a lot more quality than this one. Feels a lot thicker. It feels a lot more sturdy. So let's pop this old thing open and see what we got. Ooh, it's got a satisfying thing in the... Ooh, it came with gloves. Look at that. Fancy, fancy. I will say straight off the bat, that's actually pretty good. It came with zip ties, too. Hey, this actually ain't too bad. A little owner's manual. And in here, these do look new. These, I was worried about, getting from a company like this and going, oh, crap, this thing might be used products they just toss in the bag, that were returns. But these things are actually looking great. These are looking like they've never been out of the box. Look like they've never been plugged in. Like I said, it's good that it comes with gloves. I mean, they're not the highest quality gloves in the world, but they're not dirt thin. They actually got a little bit of heft to them. So that's actually pretty good. Let's see what model I got on this one. I got the 9007/HB5 again. That does, again, lead me to believe that this is the same company because all these codes are pretty much the same. See what this one's got. Now, again, this doesn't feel as quality as the other. Ooh, wait. I might have spoke too soon. This actually looks pretty nice. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Now, I will say straight off the bat, this one did not come with gloves. Well, now that we got them out of the boxes and everything like that, I will be giving out points throughout this video so I can kind of keep track on how everything's going. The Auto One will get a point for a competitive price. It is about $20 cheaper than the AUXITO, so we can't ignore that. But so far, the AUXITO has just been a better experience. The box itself is a lot bigger. It does come with a little goodie bag with zip ties and double-sided tape and everything like that. It comes with gloves. I will say also another thing I found looking at these two is this little rubber seal right here. On the Auto One, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. This is what keeps moisture and everything out of your headlights. It's what slides into your headlight assembly, you know, seals it so that water, moisture, everything can't get in there and mess up your headlights. You can see right here, it'll seal just fine, but there is a pretty decent molding burr. These things are molded, you know, poured into a little mold. Then they are kind of split down the middle like that to pull them out. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of a molding burr. It's not the end of the world. But on the AUXITO one, it actually feels a lot better. The silicone, I don't know if it's silicone or rubber or whatever it is, but it feels a lot more pliable. It's a lot more smushy than the one over here from the Auto One. It also fits a little bit better. It doesn't have a big old gap. This guy has a pretty decent gap on either side, so it kind of jiggles around in there a little bit. And also, I'm sure this guy does have a fan in here, but this guy does have a pretty good size exposed fan on the back there. That's a pretty good point for AUXITO, because something that does kill these things is heat. They do get very hot, and whenever they get hot, that's normally what kills your headlights. Alrighty, real quickly, I'm going to read through both owner's manuals and see which one kind of describes changing a headlight better, gives you kind of a more in-depth, you know, and understandable read for it. Alrighty, so looking at the warranty manuals compared, I'm going to have to give it to AUXITO. So Auto One did a great job with the install guide. They are both very, you know, easy to work through, everything like that. They do cover the warranty information and everything like that pretty easily to digest. Right here, we have a warranty, you know, it's 24 months, so 2-year warranty. Just give us an email here. We can get you fixed up. Have some basic troubleshooting steps in case your vehicle, you know, lights don't work after you install them. However, on the AUXITO manual, it's just a little bit of a better reading experience. I'll show you guys what I mean here. The very first page, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's saying important notes. It's just making sure that you do know to orient the light directly up and down and not at an angle. If you do it at an angle, your light isn't going to project the way it should. It's going to look a little bit wonky and you're not going to get that good of a headlight feel. But it is good that it was mentioned on here, because as somebody who doesn't really install LED headlights too often, I didn't even think about that. And the Auto One did not have that in the manual. Well, alrighty. Well, enough of me rattling my mouth about stupid things that you guys probably don't even care about. Let's go test these things. I'm going to go down to my local car wash, which has one of the bays closed off in a garage right now because it's very cold, but it is still open. I'm going to pull my truck in there with stock headlights, do a little quick flash test, show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to pull it out, switch over to one of the headlights, do it again, and then put the last headlight in, and we'll do it again. We'll compare all of them at the very end. Woo! You guys fell over. Well, alrighty, first things first, we are in the old, not used bay right now with the light that doesn't work on it. This is kind of the bay where the automatic wash used to be, but it's not here anymore. I'm going to use this just to kind of show you guys these guys my default headlights, what they look like on low beams, high beams, and running lights. Then we'll switch over to the first one. We'll do the Auto One first. All right, here we got running lights. We got our actual headlights right there. We have our high beams. Those are our default headlights, all original Ford. Get this, reach in here. Give it a quick twist. Come on now. Oh, got her unplugged. Didn't get the headlight out the whole way there. Alrighty, gave that little thing a quick twist. That guy popped out of here. That's our locking ring that actually holds the headlight in there. And we just gave our little headlight just a little tug, and it popped right on out of there. All right, we're gonna be doing the Auto Ones, like I said first. Pop these guys in here and see what they look like. Now, as you can see right here, there are little latching teeth. You wanna line those up, make sure they all line up perfectly. You don't want them, you know, crooked or anything like that. That'll give you kind of a weird, it won't seat the whole way in there and it won't lock and your headlight could fall back out. It's not fun, believe me. Don't you fall on me. I don't know why I hit the little arm there. Opened up my windshield wiper fluid. All right, and this guy should just like that. All right, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but there is a little indent right there on the thing, and it lined up right to where it should be on the headlight housing itself. This one was, the old headlight was like this. It was straight up and down. This one is twisted a little bit because, again, you do want to make sure these things are vertically up and down and not twisted or anything like that. But you can see right there, our little notches do line up right where they need to be. So I'm going to lock this one into place, plug it in, and then we'll do the other side. So on this side, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because we got our little radiator reservoir here. So our headlight's up in there. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, but I do believe we'll be able to get it. You know, I am an idiot. I completely forgot about the fact that these early Fords have really easily removable headlights. All you do is you find these little arms right here, you pull them up. Sometimes you push them towards the cab a little bit, back this way a little bit, then they unlatch, and then you can pull this whole headlight out. And just like that, they slide out. You can pop this little, you can see our little twisty guy right there. Just twist him, comes out, unplug the headlight and everything. Unplug it right there, and this headlight might have to give it a little jiggle. It's been in there probably a fair few years. There we go, pops right out. And then we'll get the new one, just like we did the other side. Make sure it lines up, make sure it's vertical up and down. You can see right here, this is the bottom of the headlight. Gonna make sure it's vertical up and down. It's not tilted or anything. Make sure it lines up all your little marks and indents and everything. Make sure they line up, and then just slide it right in. You can see right there, all of our indents are where they should be. Then get your little black ring back, pop it on there, just like that, and twist it to lock it. Now you have a whole new headlight. And now you have a whole new headlight in there. You know what? This thing sitting right here is just fine enough to test. All right, I did have to move the hood up, and that's where I've got you guys. So it might be angled a little bit different, but this is about where we had it the last time. I'm gonna flip on the headlights and we'll see the difference. We got running lights, should be the same. We have headlights. Look at that. Now I'd say that's already brighter than what we had on our high beams before, but we'll flip on our high beams real quick just to see how they look. And look at that, we do have a lot clearer of a headlight picture. Alrighty, now we can install the AUXITO ones and see how they compare. Now this is where I admit I was wrong. I thought the install guide would be basically identical. However, this thing has a little bit of a different dance to get it to install. I thought I had to take a screw out, which I didn't have. I went to start my truck, and this happened. Well, as I said earlier in the video, my battery isn't amazing, and that's not too good. But on the bright side, I got jumper cables, and this guy over here, come on, you can focus. And this guy right across the street has an F-150, same generation as this. So I went over there and I was like, hey, if you give me a jump start, I'll give you some free headlights. And he's like, oh, dude, bet. Yep, sure as hell we're running again. Old boy had an old Dodge. He came and hooked it up and started right up. Now his old truck does have a blown up motor. So he's like, I don't know, you know, how well the headlights are gonna do to me, but I'll take them. And I was like, yeah, dude, you gave me a jump, I appreciate it. So I'm gonna go home, get an Allen wrench real quick, finish up this install, and then we'll give that guy some free headlights. Alrighty, now we're back here. Pardon the noise, but I can't really shut it off because I think the battery finally kicked the bucket. Alrighty, this is where I do a little bit of a voiceover once again. Again, I thought I had to take a couple screws off the headlight itself to get it to fit into the housing. I was wrong, so I went home. That's when I got a jump start from the neighbor who was super awesome. Went home to get an Allen head that I thought I needed, but I really didn't, and I'll show you guys what I mean in a second here. Well, this is where I'm embarrassed a little bit. If I would have sat down and read the directions, I would have realized that I don't need a LED to take those screws out or anything. So if you actually sit down, like I said, and read the directions, this little guy, which latches in there, you know, and seals it and everything, comes right out of the bulb. So you can get it locked in there and you just slide it in. It's really, I should have just read the instructions. As you can see here, get this, line up your little guy right here. You just gently, you see right here, it's got a little lock tab on it. You just gently rotate it and slide it out. This guy, you just slide in like you're gonna install the headlight. Like such. Put your little blocker dude on here. Well, eventually, if I can get it to line up, please. Like that, lock it into place. So now that's not going anywhere. And then you slide this guy in here. Come on. Slide him in there. And then you twist it, and now look at that, it's installed. Simple as that if I would have just read the damn instructions. There we go. Got our headlights snapped back into place. Let's do a comparison real quick and see how they work. All right, now that we got that in there, it's time for the AUXITO test. We got running lights there, got headlights, and lighting. Let me get this thing started real quick before I lose it. Alrighty, you can see right there, we got fancy LED headlights. I have started it back up. So the whole reason that it went dead so quickly is these LED headlights. Quick tip if you are going to do this, these do hog a lot of juice, especially when your vehicle is off. And when you have an older truck that is like mine, that doesn't have a very good battery, it can kill them pretty darn quick. So just be careful of that when you are using LED headlights. They do take a lot more juice. Older incandescent bulbs, the ones that we pulled out of there, you can leave them on for a little bit. Especially with older batteries, they don't draw as much volts. These guys do draw a fair few volts, especially when they are on. So they will kill your battery quick. Again, it is exacerbated when you have an old truck that has issues like mine does. But we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go give the guy that gave me the jump start the other LED headlights. These guys, I liked them a little bit more. Again, they were a little bit more robust. They had the fan in there to keep them cool and everything like that, so I'm gonna keep these on my daily driver, but we're gonna go give that other guy his. Those would be a great upgrade for his truck. Well, we're over here at my best friend's house now. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's your name?
Enos.
You're awesome, man. I appreciate it. And here, there you go, man. Brand new headlights. I really just pulled them out of the box and tested them. I went with I got two legs that I got two of them sent to me. I went with the other one. They fit a little bit better. So those will be sweet for your old truck. Thank you, man. You're a lifesaver again. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a great one.
You too.
Now, whenever you do buy new headlights, there are a few things you do want to do. One thing is make sure you are leveling them correctly, and it's called targeting them or something along those lines. But you can see right here, these little things, these are what was, we were getting into there to hold the thing in. You can twist these, and these will adjust the headlight up or down, left or right, everything like that. And this is what kind of keeps your headlight aimed where it should be. You don't want to be blinding people, but you also don't want to be shining your headlights right at the ground where you can't see anything. You will have to adjust these whenever you buy new headlights, or if you have an older car that hasn't had them done in a while. These things have a tendency to kind of, sag down over time, especially, how they're on these little balls that kind of wear out over time that let them move around. They will slowly sag down. So now that you do want to make sure whenever you're doing headlight work, especially, putting new LED headlights in, you don't want to blind people. Take it to like, a dark area, an older road or something like that, or a car wash or something closer to night where you can kind of see where it's at and aim them up or down as needed. Now, I'm not going to go fully into that here. There are a lot more people that are a lot more knowledgeable than me on how to aim them. I actually watch a lot of videos on how to do that whenever I do headlights like this, but you do have to make sure to do that. You don't want to be that a-hole with a truck with LED headlights blinding everybody. Figured I'd put this in here. It's night. I just aimed them, and they're pretty nice. They light up the alley pretty darn good. There's high beams. Pretty nice. I can actually see things now at night. Well, we made it home. Thanks to the guy who gave us the jump start. Obviously, as you can tell, I did give him the Auto 1 headlights. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't like them. That would be kind of an a-hole move to give somebody parts that I didn't like that just gave me a jump start. But I feel like the AUXITO ones were just a little bit higher quality. Now, granted, they were more expensive, but I liked how they were packaged a little bit more. I like the fact they had the fans in the back of them. Granted, they were a little bit more difficult to install, but that was completely on me. I should have read the instructions. But I just feel like they're a little bit higher quality, and those are the ones I was going to keep anyways. As soon as I opened the box and I saw they came with the gloves, the zip ties, the double-sided tape, everything like that, I thought, these guys clearly are a little bit higher quality, which makes sense because they were a higher price. Alrighty, well, now that we're home, let's, talk about who won in this situation. Now, I know, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're going to decide a winner, but it's kind of a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. As soon as I saw the ones come out of the box, I figured, this is going to be kind of an open and shut case. The AUXITO felt a lot better coming out of the box than the Auto 1, but then the Auto 1 headlights actually won me over a little bit in the end. Now, before we get into that, we're just going to start right at the basics, the price. Now, the Auto 1s are about $20 cheaper than the AUXITOs, so that's going to get a point to them. Now, the AUXITOs, on the other hand, did have a better quality feeling. The box is a little bit more quality. That came with the gloves to install them. It came with the zip ties, the double-sided tape. The manual was a little bit better. It, showed us, how to install them vertically instead of sideways. So we're going to give a point to them for box presentation and just overall nice out-of-the-box experience. Now, actually on the car. Now, I'm going to give a point to Auto 1. Those things were super, super easy to install. They were identical, basically, to an original headlight. There was none of the wires coming out. There was none of the weird adapter things, nothing like that. They came right out of the box swinging. They were probably the easiest aftermarket headlights I've ever had to install. Granted, I haven't done a fair few of them on my own stuff, but on my, friends and family, I'm the car guy. I have installed LED headlights in the past. So Auto 1 right now is on the lead right now. It's got 2 points, while AUXITO only has 1. Now, overall quality, I do believe it's going to go to AUXITO. The headlights themselves, while they were a little bit more difficult to install because I am an idiot and I didn't read the instruction manual, they did have just a lot better of a feel to them. They were a little bit on the heavier side. The silicone gasket that, actually seals it so that water can't get into your headlight felt a lot better on the AUXITO versus the AUTOONE. They didn't have that molding line that the AUTOONE have. They just felt a little bit more squishy, more malleable. I think that's what you call it. But they just felt a lot more higher quality. They had a fan in the back. They just felt like a higher quality headlight that I believe is going to be perfect for what I'm aiming for. Now, which one of these should you actually buy? Well, that kind of depends on what you're looking for. Like, for instance, my little Scion right here, I'd probably go with the AUTOONE. This thing, as you can tell, with the spray painted bumper that's not really held on there very well, the hood that doesn't really fully latch, the beautiful foggy headlights. It's not the most amazing vehicle in the world. It is a daily, but I do like having a little bit brighter headlights. Now, I'd probably go with the AUTOONE headlights on this thing. And the reason for that is kind of easy to install. It's a daily. I don't have to have all the fancy features that the more expensive one has. And honestly, this thing isn't just a beater. If this thing blows up, it's going to the scrap yard. I don't want to spend, $20 extra on a headlight, $15 extra on this, and before long, you're spending hundreds of dollars on more just for a little bit better part that in the end, it's going to go off to the scrapper when the thing blows up. So at the end, the choice kind of comes down to you. Do you want something that's budget friendly, a little bit better for just daily beater cars that you don't really care about what you do want to upgrade? Or do you want the fancier stuff that you are going to pay for, but you'll get, a fancy fan on the back of it, a little bit better of an out-of-box experience? It just kind of depends on what you want to do. Now, is the better out-of-the-box experience and, the gloves and the zip ties and everything like that worth $20 to you? Or do you just want something that's going to be plug and play, go right into your car and make your daily a little bit better, even if it is still a crappy one? Well, that's where this video is going to end. We were able to meet a cool friend with an F-150, give him some free parts, get some LED headlights on my F-150, do a little bit of review on both of them, figure out one of them that's better for the budget-friendly option, one of them that's got, a little bit more fancy options if you're willing to spend a little bit more. Now, again, I'm going to talk about the sponsored content of this video. Both of these companies sent me these headlights for free. I did not pay a dime in shipping, taxes, anything like that. They were sent to me completely for free. Now, they didn't pay me any money to do a review. Again, I laid out in the thing whenever I got an email that, look, I'd love to do a review. Free parts are super cool, but I'm going to be open and honest with my viewers. If your product's crap, I'm going to say it's crap, and I'm not going to hold back. Now, again, at the beginning of the video, I did say both of them kind of, could use a little bit better packaging. I know the boxes themselves held up just fine, but I've seen some horror stories on UPS, so I'd have liked to see them in a box and not just kind of plastic wrapped around the box they actually come in. And again, for idiots like me, the AUXITO ones, they were a little bit harder to install because I didn't read the instruction manual like an idiot. I thought, oh, I've installed a million headlights, this will be super simple. And as soon as I did the AUTOONEs, they just plugged and played, and that was that. And the other ones, if you read the instruction manual, it was pretty darn easy, but I didn't, and I'm an idiot. So maybe in the future, AUXITO, if you want to make, your owner's manual pop up and have pretty colors in it so it actually keeps idiots like me entertained, that would be a welcome change. No, but seriously, both of them did actually pretty good. They felt quality in the hand. There was nothing, like I said, they didn't feel like they were going to break in half in my hand whenever I was reviewing them. I wouldn't tell you guys to buy something if it was actually crap. I do feel comfortable enough to put my face on it, me right here saying, hey, if you guys are looking for a little bit more of a budget-friendly option for LED headlights, AUXITO and AUTOONE might have you covered. Now, they don't do every single vehicle in the world, but the install on both of them felt great. Like I said, they both felt like decently quality products. Didn't feel like they were going to break apart in my hand. They were both pretty darn easy to work with company-wise, email-wise, getting products sent out to me wise. Discount for you guys, 15% off. Like I said down in the description, I get a 10% kickback from it. So if you spend $100, I get $10. If it's $100 and you go through my description, you get it for $85. You get $15 off. Alrighty, enough rambling. This is where this is going to end. This is Josh from Whiskers and Wrenches, and again, this was a sponsored video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Among Us. Dreams are made of these. Give him a tune up. Look at that.
Yummers.